The most important invention in human history wasn't used for transport at all when it was first made. The wheel didn't start on the road. It started in fire. 5,000 years ago, long before cars or carts existed, ancient humans in Mesopotamia were obsessed with something that might surprise you: pots. They had learned how to shape clay into vessels for storing food, water, and goods. But there was a problem. They couldn't make these pots fast enough to meet the growing demands of their expanding settlements. The process was slow, tedious, and inefficient. Every pot had to be hand-molded, pinched, and coiled with painstaking precision. It took hours to create a single vessel, and the results were often uneven and fragile. Then someone had an idea that would change everything. What if they could create a flat disc that could spin? A platform that rotated smoothly, allowing the potter to shape clay with both hands while the disc did the turning. This innovation meant they could work faster, create more symmetrical forms, and produce vessels with a consistency that was previously impossible. That disc, the potter's wheel, wasn't meant to move people or goods across distances. It was designed purely to spin mud, to transform shapeless lumps of earth into functional, beautiful objects. The first potter's wheels were simple stone or wooden discs that sat low to the ground. The potter would sit or kneel beside it, kicking it with their foot or spinning it by hand to maintain momentum. As the wheel turned, their hands could guide the clay upward and outward, shaping it into smooth, even walls. This invention revolutionized pottery production in ancient Mesopotamia. Suddenly, craftspeople could create dozens of pots in the time it previously took to make just a few. The quality improved dramatically. The vessels became more uniform, more durable, more refined. Trade in pottery goods expanded. Specialization increased. The potter's wheel became an essential tool in every settlement, and the craft of pottery elevated from basic necessity to respected artisanship. And yet, from that small spinning piece of clay, humanity would eventually invent motion itself. But that transformation didn't happen overnight. For nearly 300 years after the potter's wheel was invented, no one thought of putting the wheel on the ground for transportation. Think about that. For centuries, people stared at the spinning wheel, touched it, used it every day, and never once imagined that it could move them forward. It wasn't until someone, an unknown genius, lost to history, saw the impossible. They looked at that spinning potter's wheel and thought, if this can shape the world, maybe it can carry it. That single thought changed humanity forever. The wheel was turned upright, fixed to an axle, and suddenly, for the first time, the world moved. The invention born in fire and clay became the engine of civilization. It carried food, people, ideas, and dreams across continents. It connected kingdoms. It built empires. And even now, thousands of years later, everything that moves, from your car to a space probe on the edge of our solar system, still spins on the same principle as that first disc of clay. The wheel didn't just carry us forward, it carried our imagination. Because behind every revolution of every wheel, there's one timeless force turning with it: curiosity. And that was the moment the world began to move. If you love discovering how small ideas built our world, hit that subscribe button, because next we're uncovering who really invented money and the shocking reason why.